SMT Nation, we back. Nation, big day today. Root metrics just dropped their half one 2024 results for their testing. They test the big three carriers. The carriers pay them to drive test their networks. Results are in. And I just want to let you guys know this is my favorite round of testing. I like it better than Ookla. I like it better than OpenSignal, Umlaut, all those other ones. RootMetrics is by far the best. What RootMetrics does is they standardize and baseline their testing. Same device, best network access. And their testing follows the same strict regimen every single time. They test based on metro markets, they test based on states, and also national. This is the only body of testing that I would say could potentially be part of your purchasing decisions. I can't say that the other ones should be a part of that. I mean, sure, they tell you how fast the network could be on a national scale through a collection of national tests, speed tests and stuff like that. But this one just does a better job, more thorough of testing reliability, evaluating important metrics beyond just speeds. To me, I think it's the only one that you could potentially put into your repertoire because they actually test markets. And that's how you use your phone, is in markets. So anyways, with that being said, let's talk about the results here. A link for the RootMetrics webpage will be found in the description. Ways to support us can be found there as well. Please do like and share this video, subscribe if you're new here, and turn on the bell notification icon to never miss an upload from the SMT. Alright, so when you go to the RootMetrics page, you can click on your favorite market or which ones you want to check out. Okay, so I'm from Cleveland, so I'm going to click on that. And what you could do is when you click on your market, go to market stats up here and it shows you the locations where they actually tested. It tells you how long they tested for. So in Cleveland, they tested the last week of April, 6 days of testing. Based on the map shown, they basically tested the entire Cuyahoga County, plus they did Lake County to the east of Cleveland. They also drove west of Cuyahoga County, which is Lorain, and it looks like they did some of Medina County as well. So they did a nice job of that. 66 indoor locations, 1.6 thousand miles driven, addressing a market that has 1.7 million people. All right, so I think we're PA 14 or 15, so you know it's a sizable market. Anyways, overall winner for the Cleveland market is T-Mobile. Let's see by how much and how much separation there is. All right, biggest improvement appears to be AT&T stepping up their download speeds from 308 to 360, a testament to their C-band build and DoD contributions. Their median upload speed also increased from 9 to 22 megabits. That's huge. That is a major change, a very welcome change. Their upgrades have been incredible here. Definitely a testament to their modernization process and dedication to the C-band build here. All right, T-Mobile's median download speed increased from 418 to 508. Every site has N41 for T-Mobile. What I think we can attribute this increase in capacity is likely more cell sites getting 10 gig fiber circuits. That makes a lot of sense, and I think that's probably the contributing factor. Possibly some additional densification, maybe adding more sites in certain places. So that's good to see. T-Mobile came in with an overall score of 99.6, Verizon at 99.3, and then AT&T at 99.1. They're all over 99. So actually, you know, if you're looking at the Cleveland market, guys, this is the best example of picking your carrier for something other than network. You could pick on perks, add-ons, benefits. You could pick on cost. You could pick on, hotspot allowance. You could pick on, the taxes and fees being included. Like, you don't have to pick based on network. They're all really good here based on this data. All right, so that's the overall score. Let's check out network reliability. All right, AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile all over 99.8. They're all at 99.8. Choose for something else. Accessibility still appears to be a problem for AT&T, but it is higher than the last round of testing. Verizon at 97.8, T-Mobile at 99.2. Network speeds, AT&T takes the crown, a 100% score. T-Mobile's right there at 99.8, and Verizon's right there at 99.5. They're all really fast. This is data performance here. Let's see here. 99.7 for data performance for T-Mobile, Verizon 99.4, AT&T 99.1. They're all over 99. So, let's see here. It says T-Mobile's got the fastest download speeds and upload speeds. T-Mobile's got the highest median download speed, and T-Mobile's got the highest median upload speed. So they've got all that. Anything else of note there? Call performance, AT&T at 99.8, so is Verizon. T-Mobile at 99.3, which is, so this is really good. It looks like T-Mobile has really improved their calling over the last couple of rounds of testing. And then for text performance, they're all 99.8 or higher. And then what is this last one? I can't even tell. Let me see if I can actually. Oh, this is video performance. Okay, so guys, this is a new metric. Video performance. That's a new segment. And with this one, T-Mobile came in at 98.2, Verizon at 96.1, and AT&T at 94.9. The irony of this is that the only carrier that buffers video out of all the networks I use all of them. T-Mobile's the only one that buffers for me sometimes. Verizon doesn't really buffer. AT&T doesn't really buffer. The irony, root metrics testing came out a little bit different. Anyways, that's the testing in my market, right? That's how you can navigate that and look at that. Now, what you probably want to see, and I think this one is probably kind of important, is to look at the state national testing. Here's your states, right? Let's take a look at Ohio, and then I'll come back to the U.S. Where is Ohio? All right, scrolling. And who is the best in Ohio? And you could see where they actually did their testing. 11.8 million people in this in the state testing. Verizon, first overall. AT&T very close, so is T-Mobile. They're all really close. Reliability, it's AT&T and Verizon. T-Mobile's pretty close. Accessibility, it's T-Mobile and Verizon. AT&T's kind of back a little bit, still a problem. Speeds, they're all over 99.2. Now, see, this was a problem for Verizon. This was where their state testing in Ohio was hurting because they didn't have that much C-band built out yet, or it was before C-band. They really have shored up the capacity piece. And with that, you get the data performance crown. All right, Verizon at 99, T-Mobile 98.9, AT&T at 97.9. They're all pretty good. Calling performance, AT&T at 99.2, Verizon at 98, T-Mobile at 95.3. Calling still a bugaboo. I will tell you guys that calling has been de-emphasized, which is why T-Mobile still performs really well in these overall scores. The calling doesn't matter as much anymore. Texting, they're all good, 99 or better. And then your video performance, T-Mobile at 94, Verizon 93.7, AT&T 93.2. It's wonderful. You get a good state performance from Ohio. Now, what I want to do, and that's just Ohio. You got to click on other, kind of places. Let's take a look at the national report from this is second half. Did they not provide the national testing? Okay, so they didn't provide. That's the old national testing. I'm not sure why they didn't put that in there. But if I look at the markets, guys, and I'm looking at first half 2024, let's look for some themes, right? Let's see how many markets they each have, right? Just generally looking. Here's Wyoming, right? Verizon. Texas goes to AT&T. Tennessee is Verizon. South Dakota, Verizon and AT&T. Oklahoma, AT&T. On a state level, it's a lot of Verizon and AT&T. But you see, Verizon has really closed the gap. They're involved in more of those wins now. That's a testament to their C-band build. All right, here's Colorado. T-Mobile gets involved. They're in a tie with Verizon. That's cool. But that appears to be the only one that T-Mobile's involved with. Did I miss anything? I don't know. Let's check the metros. We'll come back to the states here. Here's the metros. All right, Wichita for Verizon. All right, there's several of them shared between T-Mobile and Verizon. Tulsa, Toledo, St. Louis, Pensacola. Okay, here's one, Oklahoma City, that is only T-Mobile. That's a cool win for them. Nashville shared between Verizon and T-Mobile. You notice that AT&T is not involved that much. They are in Little Rock. That's shared between all of them. T-Mobile and Verizon in all these. McKinney, Texas, Madison, Wisconsin. AT&T not involved. They got some upgrading to do. They got some things to fix. You see a lot of Verizon on the metro level. Outright wins, shared wins with T-Mobile. Right? It's a whole lot of red, guys. Albuquerque shared between the three. There are a couple of markets that are gone. Shreveport is gone. They stopped testing that one. There was another one, Youngstown, Ohio. They're no longer testing that. Shrinking markets, those types of things. They added some new ones that previously weren't tested. So yeah, that's kind of some of the themes I'm seeing. AT&T absent from metros, but doing really well on a state scale. You know, I go back to the state. Where's West Virginia? I just noticed that they're not in this. Why not? Is it maybe the Zoom or something? Oh, there it is. Yeah, it is the Zoom. Okay. Yeah, West Virginia split between AT&T and T-Mobile. Wisconsin goes to AT&T. Let's see here. Virginia goes to Verizon and AT&T. You know, with the exception, I think, of West Virginia, it's mostly Verizon and AT&T to states. Montana, T-Mobile getting some love there. Maryland as well, shared with Verizon. Idaho, shared between all three. That's cool. So is Connecticut. Yeah, T-Mobile involved in Colorado. So there is a couple things to discuss here, right? To kind of round out the video. And I know it's kind of long, and we'll do a live stream on this. AT&T still has a very good network on a national and state level scale. T-Mobile has improved so much they are now involved in winning states. They're also winning metros, right? They have come a long way. And clearly Verizon upgrades with C-band have scaled well enough to where it has improved their state testing and improved their national testing. And of course, they've always been dominant in this testing when it comes to metros. So I think what you're seeing is twofold. The T-Mobile network has improved to the point where, you know, they're starting to win some of these awards. Also, the fact that the test is now de-emphasizing calling a little bit, I think helps T-Mobile in testing and scores, right? So that's a factor. C-band making a huge difference for both AT&T and Verizon. Really, really good stuff from all the carriers. I have to be honest with you guys. My takeaway, it's never been this close ever. We have 3 competitive networks. You can pick your carrier based on location, likely have a couple to choose from. You probably have good availability of network, good reliability of network. You're probably choosing based on backup power if you're a stickler for network access. Maybe it's plans, maybe it's features. We're in a pretty good place here in 2024. And, you know, when I think about the next round of testing in the back half of the year, what I'm going to look for, I'm looking for Verizon to continue to look to get states. I'm looking for Verizon to continue to improve the national testing. I'm looking for T-Mobile to continue to improve their metro and states. And I'm looking for AT&T to get back ahead in some of those states by upgrading some of their sites with the C-band and DoD piece. I'm looking for those things as trends moving forward. Who impressed you the most in these results? Who do you think has the most work to do? And, you know, do you consider this type of data when making purchasing decisions? Like I said, it's not the only factor. I think root metrics can be a factor because it is location based and you do get a scientific methodology of testing. It's very reliable. Tell me what you guys think of these results. What do you think of all of this? You know, I kind of gave you my take. I'm excited to read what you guys have to say. The only disappointing thing is we don't have the national testing data put up here, which is kind of terrible, but we'll talk about that another time. Anyways, thanks for watching and sticking through this long-winded video, but that was kind of my take on the whole report. Pretty good stuff, very exciting. But sound off your commentary in the comment section below. Go the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard.